iPhone, the iTablet.
Yeah, I'm big on the iPhone.
Yeah. Let's thank you for joining us.
It's good to be here, man.
You are from St. Louis, and the reason you are in town right now is you are going to be doing two shows at Hey Guys Comedy Club in Fairview Heights, Illinois.
Yeah.
Tonight and tomorrow.
Crossing the river. Yeah.
That's in Fairview Heights.
Fairview Heights, yeah.
And a nice club over there.
I've never been.
Yeah, I've watched comedians over there before.
Good. Yeah, I heard it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Always fun to sleep in my own bed when I'm doing a show. So.
How long you been on the road? As a comedian,
collectively,
yeah,
I started in 1936. I was in the Catskills, and I haven't slowed down since.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's amazing since you're younger than I am. But you're from St. Louis. You went to Mizzou. You were an All-American wrestler there.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My father still watches tapes of me wrestling. He was my coach at Kirkwood, and he still watches tapes of me wrestling and critiques them. I'm 48. What were you doing in this match? Look at you. You're just laying there like a dead animal. What was wrong with you? I don't remember, Dad. I quit wrestling 27 years ago. You quit wrestling in the middle of this match. That's when you quit wrestling, son. Yeah, he's the consummate coach, man.
Oh, he's a great man. I've had the pleasure of meeting him many times. So what brought you to comedy then?
I don't, I was selling potato chips, Pringles potato chips. And of course, that's a natural transition. Most comedians start by selling chips and then they go into comedy. So, yeah. No, I don't know. I was selling chips in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I was doing stand-up at night just kind of for fun. And then eventually I kind of made the switch to full-time. I honestly, I had this great show one weekend in Dayton, Ohio, and I was opening for Kevin Pollak, and the place was totally sold out, and I did well on all the shows. And Pollak told me, he was like, "Hey, you could do this," and I got back to my desk on Monday morning. I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And
no more potato chips.
No more potato. Now, the cool story would be and then I walked into my boss's office and I said, I'm done with potato chips. Well, about 6 months later, it took me about 6 months to get the courage up to actually quit. I would go to my boss's office and then I would go to the bathroom instead. I literally would just veer off and be like, I can't do this. I'm going to the bathroom. And then one day
On that first night after you quit your job, I mean, did you feel this excessive pressure? Like, this is it. I'm now a comedian, and if I don't make people laugh tonight, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Not until now. Now I'm starting to feel some pressure that you said you made it that way. It's starting to sink in. But no, I don't know. I had been doing it a lot, at night, so I kind of knew what I was doing. But I didn't. I felt like joy. I felt like the pressure was like. I'll tell you what I really realized is because I was younger back then. I was in early 30s, and I was like, I would go do shows, and you'd go out and have a few drinks afterwards when you're a young man, and maybe meet some people after the show and be like, hey, you want to go party over here? And I'd be like, I have to go sell potato chips in the morning. And then that first night that I was doing it without the job, they were like, hey, you want to go hang out? And I'm like, no, yes, I do. Yeah. So I probably partied a little bit too much for the first 6 months, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is what I do for a living. I should probably take this a little more seriously.
You and I have spoken about this, and you've given me the best answer that I think I've ever heard, because I know a lot of comedians, talk to a lot of people. Everybody thinks they can be funny. Everybody thinks they can be a comedian. You said it takes a long time to really feel like you can make people laugh on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, I think it takes a long time to sort of be yourself on stage. So there's a lot of funny people, and then you go like, oh, wait a minute, I can't just be funny. I have to be funny when they expect me to be funny, and I have to do it on command, and I have to do it for a long period of time. And then you sort of figure out like, okay, I know the tricks. I learned the tricks to make people make noise out of their mouths for 30 minutes or an hour. But then I think eventually, if you do that long enough, you sort of relax enough to just do that and be yourself, and that's when you're funniest, is if you're yourself. So I think that's a 10 to 15 year process before you finally start to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna relax and be myself and however funny you are around your friends, that's the person that you should be on stage. But it just doesn't usually happen overnight.
I know as a lawyer, it was easily 10 to 15 years into it until one day I realized, I feel like I'm giving good advice finally. I'm not just pretending. I'm not practicing law. Now, some of my clients may disagree.
And I gotta be honest with you. Like I've talked about some legal matters, and I still don't think you're that funny. Like
no, not the
the law part. Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah, no, Jay's an excellent lawyer, actually.
So I want to talk about, you and I had just finished up, in fact, late last night. Finished up doing some work for the NCAA, the St. Louis Sports Commission, coming up this Thursday.
Next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
The NCAA wrestling championships come to town.
Yes,
that's a big deal, isn't it?
It is. It's one of the. I think it's the biggest amateur sporting event that comes to St. Louis, and it brings a lot of money to the city, and it'll be sold out. Scottrade will be sold out with 18,000 wrestling fans for the entire time.
And so they got together with you as a former All-American wrestler who understands what the wrestling fan wants, and then as a comedian, and you came to me, and we have collaborated. You've written, I've directed a number of comedy shorts.
Yeah, let me tell you how that started. They first came to me and they said, hey, because it's like the Oscars for wrestling,
right.
Like that. It's just where everybody that's into wrestling goes for the weekend, and there's a lot of moments in between the wrestling, and they have some ceremony and awards and stuff. And the NCAA said, hey, they make a big presentation out of it, and they said, hey, there's some dead moments that we'd like to have some entertainment. And they originally came to me and they said, Greg, would you mind going up on the mat and doing stand-up? And I was like,
tell some jokes, Greg.
That's a horrible idea. And I know that because I've been tricked into doing stuff like that before, and nobody's paying attention in a sports arena to the guy doing stand-up. So they had a terrible idea. No. And then I was like, I'll tell you what I will do. I'll write some comedy shorts, some sketches that are about wrestling and St. Louis. And I honestly told them, I said, I'll do it, but I'm not doing that with somebody's little camcorder. Like you have to hire my friend Jake Hansler to direct that, and he gets the best guys in town. So we go out and we shoot these sketches, and we did it 2 or 3 years ago, and it really the NCAA loved them. And then this year, we shot a couple with Fred Bird. We shot one at the racetrack, which is my favorite one.
The Gateway, which I was showing Kelly Jackson earlier, the rough cut of that. The Chess Hall of Fame. The whole idea was...
The Chess Hall of Fame actually wound up being... You know how I thought of that? Yeah. Jay and I were scrambling for ideas because we got some people pulled on us at the last minute. So I was here with McGraw 2 days ago, and I'm sitting in the waiting room waiting to go on, and there's a chessboard there.
Yep.
And I texted Jay, and I go, Jay, what if we did something with... Basically, I play an idiot like a dumb wrestler.
A guy who's maybe hit his head on the mat a few too many
times. Yeah. So I go, what if we did something with that guy playing chess? And Jay goes, well, there's the Chess Hall of Fame. Yeah. So we just shot this stuff with these giant chess pieces outside the Chess Hall of Fame. We'll put them online after the tournament.
Right. So these will be out there, and I encourage you to go out and look. And you can find the ones we did from 2 years ago out there. If you were to Google Greg's name, Greg Warren, and wrestling shorts or NCAA, you'll come up with a lot of Greg stuff. But the ones we did 2 years ago, we did one with Ozzie Smith, Joe Buck. Ryan Reeves.
Ryan Reeves was really that was Jay's idea, and it was very well executed. Yeah.
And they're just funny, and again, you'll really enjoy them if you have an interest in wrestling, because these are jokes. They say know your audience. Well, you know what? 18,000 wrestling fans, sitting in Scott Trade Center, and all of a sudden Greg Warren comes up on the Jumbotron. You got to grab their attention with what they're thinking.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's been a really fun process.
Yeah. You're going to stick around?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's 9:36, KTRS.